don't worry, you'll be dead soon. Death isn't anything strange, it isn't anything unusual, it isn't a punishment, it isn't a threat, it's just the inevitable, it's part of life's cycle, there's nothing we can do about it. Everything around me, everyone around me, every dog around me, every plant around me will die, you will die. And many people, when they come to terms with that, cease to see it as a threat and just see it as an inevitable, something to work towards, something to kind of think, well, I'm not here forever, so I might as well cram in as much as I possibly can. Because if you see death as something beyond the horizon, something too far away to contemplate, you won't make the most of life, because you'll just be like, well, I can do that tomorrow, I can do that tomorrow, I'll do that next week, I'll do that next year, I'll do that in 10 years. But there might not be a 10 years. There comes a point in everybody's life when there isn't 10 years, when there isn't 5 years or a year or a month or a week or a day. There comes a point in everyone's life when there are only a few seconds, and you have to look back and think, did I cram the most I possibly could into that time? Because it's not scary. It's inevitable. Accept it. Roll with it. Go with it. Death is the most popular pastime in the world. We all do it. It's not scary at all. And you're not alone. Everybody's facing it. Find comfort in the fact that everyone faces it. Everyone faces it. Every human faces it. And despite that, humans have been able to create art, poetry, literature, love, all while knowing that they're going to die. Aren't we a great animal? I think much of the fear of death comes from imagining pain, loss, not being able to see your loved ones, not being able to complete a task, being uncomfortable, the fear of not knowing. But isn't death just not knowing? Epicurus, the philosopher, said, death is knowing that we are not. Imagine for a moment what it was like before you were born. You weren't here, were you? You weren't here, you weren't an entity. You were nothing, you had no knowledge, you had no knowing, you had no consciousness at all. You just weren't here. Just like looking into the air around you and thinking, all the people that are going to be born tomorrow aren't here. There is no consciousness at all. And I believe that that's what death is like. Now, many people out there have their religions and have their thoughts. I can express mine, you can express yours, and that's all it is. I just believe that once you go, it's like you were never here. There is nothing, there is no consciousness, there's no knowing. It's peace. Like you were at peace before you were here, then you are at peace once you are gone. There's nothing to be frightened about, there's nothing to be scared about. It's not the knowing of the unknown, because you won't know the knowing of the unknown, because you won't be here to know anything at all. You will be gone. You will just be a memory in other people. You will not have a memory yourself. And that's just as it should be. I think that facing our own mortality can actually make things more precious. When we know that things are finite, when we know that time is finite, it means that we can appreciate relationships more. We can appreciate the world around us more, the food we eat. In fact, every little experience we have, every breath we take, every sensation we feel, I think that once we actually realise we are mortals and we have a finite amount of time on this planet, in this life, we begin to appreciate things a little more. The sun on our backs, the rain, the loyalty of a dog, the love of family, the enjoyment of a drink, of a meal, of looking into a lover's eyes, feeling a lover's skin. Those will end. Those sensations will end. They will end. It will not go on forever. It will end. You will do it no more because you will not be able, but you will not know. You will not know that you did it. You will not know that you can't do it anymore. You will not know. You will have just lived your best life and then it will be gone. Poof! Just like that. When I was a Samaritan, they used to say, and it makes sense really, that people, especially young people, and impetuous youth, threaten to end their lives and sometimes do end their lives in the kind of this belief that they will be punishing somebody who wronged them, and they will be sitting up there being able to look down. When they are in extremis, when they are at a point when they are desperate and they begin to lose a sense of reality, when they are seriously thinking about these things, they will think, I'll show you, I'll be up there and I'll be able to look down and see your suffering, and I'll be able to say, ha ha, now I've got you back. But you won't. What will happen is people will go, that's a shame. Right, what do we do now? Because that's what it is. When it's over, it's over. But when you realise that we are mortal, enjoy every little moment. Enjoy every smell, sight, sound, taste, every sensation. Every moment that you are regretting something in your life, it's kind of it's a wasted moment. It's one of those finite times, one of those finite amount of seconds, of minutes or hours that you're actually wasting, that you can't get back, that you will never get back. No way. There's no way you can ever get it back. And when it's gone, you won't be here. It'll be gone, but you will have sacrificed moments when you could have been appreciating being here, in this woodland with my little dog, looking forward to breakfast when we get home, looking forward to editing this video, looking forward to answering the comments on my channel, looking forward to speaking to my neighbours, looking forward to seeing my children, looking forward to the taste, the smell, the sensation of everything. Even pain, even an unpleasant sensation, is a natural sensation that we should be saying, yes, okay, that hurt, but that's part of life's rich pageant. The pain makes the end of pain all the more valuable, all the more pleasurable. The pain, when you cut yourself and it hurts and then the pain goes away. Do you get me? Do you get where I'm coming from? The human mind, the human psyche is very, very good at adapting, and we kind of tend to lose the fear of death the closer we get to it. I think we do. I think as you get older, the inevitable grows closer. I'm in my 70s now. Nobody in my family, no men in my family lived to my age. I'm probably one of the oldest. Me and my brother, who's a year older than me, live longer than any males in our family. And the thing is, the closer it gets to the inevitable, the less fear you have in it, the less you're bothered about it. It's there, there's nothing I can do about it. Why would I bother? Why would I be in angst about it? Why would I worry about it? My mind is old and my mind is wise and my mind has experiences. God, what experiences, what thrills, what fun we had. And now we're coming to the end, there's no fear left at all. The human mind adapts very well and finds comfort in simple things. I think that's it. When you're younger, you're reaching all the time, you're reaching for the moon, you're reaching for the stars all the time, aren't you? But when you've reached those stars and grasped those stars and grasped that moon, then you can sit back and think, well, okay, there are no more moons to grasp, there are no more stars to go after, so I'll tell you what, I'll just enjoy what's around me. Look, I look around me and I think, wow, I never noticed in my young rushing about life that was there, that was so beautiful, that the simple things were beautiful. I was going past them like a whirlwind in their search for life, for the experiences in life, the fun in life. I was searching for all that, and I've been and I've done that. Some of it I grasped, some of it I didn't, some of it was pleasant, some of it was unpleasant. It was all part of life's rich pageant and an experience. And now I can just say, isn't that flower beautiful? Look at those brown leaves over there, how they've curled over. Aren't they beautiful colour? Look how the light strikes them, and as they curl, the light strikes light brown on one side and then a dark, rich chocolate brown on the underside of that dead and twisted and bent leaf. And spring is just around the corner. It's great, and there's nothing to be scared of, there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't be afraid of the inevitable. Don't be afraid of the inevitable. So why, you may ask, have you chosen this particular subject to talk about today? Because it's not very uplifting, is it, on a pleasant enough morning like this? Well, something happened on Friday. I was just finishing recording our Friday evening at Molly Towers, and I was letting the camera just run for a couple of seconds so that I could put a little fade out on the end, and my phone went, and it was my brother informing me that my mother had died about 10 minutes before. Now, my mother was very old and she'd led a great life. She was 97 and she'd been strong and beautiful and intelligent, and she'd had a stroke, and for the last 3 months of her life she never moved. She just lay in a bed, and I went to see her a couple of days ago and she never spoke, and all she did was hold my hand. And I knew then, I thought, this is the last time I'm going to see her. And it was. And that's that. And it was over with. And will I grieve? I don't know. Am I grieving? No. How do we grieve? Some may say, oh, well, you're callous, you're not showing your emotions, you're not. Who is the arbiter of how we should grieve? We all grieve in our own way. Mine might just be a little melancholy smile as I remember a shared moment, as I get a smell, as I walk past somewhere that we both walked past in years gone by. That's how I may grieve. I don't grieve, I don't see death. I just see it as this inevitable. And she's gone, That's her life over, and she's gone, and I shall get on with my life now, and I shall concentrate on the people who are left. And that's how it is. That's how it is for me. And I can smile and think, well, she had a grand life. And now I can get on with mine. So it's good night, Phyllis, and I may or I may not see you on the flip, but I will certainly see the rest of you on the flip. Peace and love.